All right, here we go.
Hey, 2016 wasn't
What's
too bad.
going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Antstroworld Live. Today, we got a lot to talk about. A whole lot to talk about. So up first, we got Night of Champions predictions. We're going to be going over the card, giving our thoughts and predictions of who's going to win the matches. Then after that, we're going to be talking about the state of WWE. WWE's been in a weird place lately, and we're just going to give our thoughts and feedback on what WWE could do to improve, what things they need to cut, what things they need to add, the whole 9 yards. But like always, make sure y'all go follow everybody on here. Lee, Supreme, TJ, DZ, Deontay. All their socials are going to be a link in the description below. So with that being said, let's get right into these predictions. So, like I always do before we do our predictions, how we feeling about the build up to the card or to the actual event?
The build-up's been
It's
fucking
been great.
ass. I'm gonna say it outright. The build-up has been ass, apart from C9 Punk.
I don't know how to fucking.
It's Night of Champions. I'm not expecting nothing crazy.
Man,
It's
I
been
missed
good
one
for the
fault
show
on that
that's
card.
coming up.
I hate because y'all call it Night of Champions, but Night of Champions literally used to be a fucking pay-per-view where all the titles used to be defended.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just it makes no sense, bro.
The crazy part
I don't
is that
care
there's been
about,
people actually defending that point as well of, oh, not every championship needs to be on the line because they've got Saturday Night's main event in a couple of weeks. And then they've also got Evolution. But it's like, no. Even when Vince was running WWE, Night of Champions and Clash of Champions meant no matter who you are, if you're a champion, you're defending that shit on this pay-per-view.
Exactly. And I feel like everything's rushed. Literally everything's rushed because literally in a few weeks you have 2 more pay-per-views. Like,
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, like the build up, I mean, it's been all right. It hasn't been all that. I just hate how we had all those fatal 4-way matches for the qualifier. They should have been singular matches like back then.
Honestly, I wanted them to be like a G1 style tournament.
yeah, that's what it should be.
But I think if they did that, fans would turn and say, you're just copying AEW, who they just copied New Japan.
True. You will have the fans that will say that. Because, you can never please wrestling fans. You give them one thing, they complain. You give them another, they complain regardless.
Fickle. They fickle no matter what.
I will say, I wasn't expecting Jay to be in the finals. I was not expecting those two to be in the finals.
Bro,
I wasn't either.
I said this on Sunday. How
And yes, these are chicken tendies. These are chicken tenders.
did Jey Uso beat 3 of the biggest guys in WWE?
Plot armor.
Bro,
Like,
I said it. Hey, by the way, guys, you know what I'm saying? Go follow my TikTok for
Follow TikTok.
All right, bro. I had already
Follow the TikTok.
I said once they put Jay back in that King of the Ring, he was gonna at least get to the semis. He was at least gonna get to the semis, and he had to go against Cody.
Yeah.
So he was gonna beat Cody or lose, and yeah, he lost. Which
the thing is,
because a lot of people wanted Jay because they don't like Cody, but the right call was Cody. I mean,
honestly, I thought it would have been Jay because I thought Sammy was the one advancing.
I would have been. Yeah.
Randy
Once I
Hogan.
saw Randy advance, I knew it was clips for Jay.
Yep.
All right,
I'll tell you what, though, if Sammy was going to advance, he would have definitely got my vote. But
it could have been Sammy versus Jay. It definitely could have been Sammy versus Jay.
I would have been fired. Sammy
and Jay would have cooked. Sammy and Jay would have cooked. But I don't mind seeing Cody versus Randy. So.
I'm hoping this doesn't turn. What's going on? I'm hoping this don't turn into like a one-time thing, and actually Cody and Randy turns into a feud. But we just have to see. I will say, I fuck with this whole Karrion Kross thing.
Yo,
as much as Karrion Kross get a push, which is crazy. This nigga hasn't had a pay-per-view match.
That is
It's
crazy.
WrestleMania.
That is
Professional
abysmal.
TJ hater is
Yeah,
nuts.
yeah, I will go.
You
I will go one
could've
even
just-
further.
That's your promotional
He
shit
hasn't
there, my
had-
nigga. You had to add that. That is insane.
Yo, Deontay, I'll further your point. He hasn't had a singles match on pay-per-view since Crown Jewel 2022.
Damn.
Oh, since him and Drew?
Drew,
Oh
Drew,
my God.
and Drew in the steel cage. That was his last singles match on a pay-per-view
That's actually
in the
abysmal.
same arena.
And
Wow.
you know what's
Yeah,
crazy
I
about it?
remember.
Oh
that.
wait, no. Crown Jewel takes place in Jeddah. Everything else, the first pay-per-view takes place in Riyadh. I think. I'm not too sure.
Something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like two
it is-
different.
it is.
Yeah.
It's not better.
I mean, I get it. Give the capital something, and then give the second biggest city something. I like
Hey,
that.
what makes it crazy? It's not even. It shouldn't even be a fucking pay-per-view match. It should just be a regular Raw match. But you know how it is with Sammy.
No. Yeah, I know, but it's Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Linked
Exactly.
to that particular region of the world.
LOL. Sammy wins.
And then they
I ain't gonna lie, I've
basically.
got Cross winning. I've got Cross.
Mhm.
All right, should we? Anyway,
Yeah. Let's get right into these predictions. So we were talking about Orton and Cody. Let's start off with that. So we'll go in order. We'll go Lee, Smooth, TJ, DZ, then Deontay. So Lee, who you got winning this match?
Before we start this, actually, as you all know, this is my title, the prediction title. So it's only fitting that I go first, because none of you are going to take this title from me. Link in the Discord if you want to challenge for my title, by the way. But Rhodes, Orton, both of them, if they win, are going to be challenging John Cena because they are both SmackDown superstars. Because if you heard Michael Cole when it was of the respective brand, they are both signed to SmackDown. Therefore, it's John Cena they are facing. It's going to be Cody Rhodes, straight up. Like, there's no debate here. It's going to be Cody Rhodes, which sucks because I kind of want to see Randy and Cena too as face and heel, as the opposite way around. But I'm not mad at Rhodes because he's probably going to beat Cena. But it's gonna be Cody Rhodes, and I don't think there's really anything to talk about with Rhodes. It's gonna be Cody Rhodes.
The bum is going to win, yawn. True. But Smooth, who you got winning this match? Who you see going down?
There we go. Had to put my pick there. I say Cody. I feel like it's going to be pretty obvious here. Cody's going to win, and he quite possibly could be the one to take the title off Cena. Who knows? Yeah, Cody's going to win it.
All right. TJ, what do you got?
I think we all got the same answers. But yeah, Cody. Or in Cena 2 at SummerSlam, not what we want to see. Give us Cody and Cena 2.
I don't even want to see Cena and Rhodes too. But it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it will happen. Unfortunate.
I got a crazy prediction, but DZ, who you got winning?
All right, so I'm just gonna say bullshit.
I thought this is an obvious Cody win, but I do believe this is going to lead to two things. I talked to TJ about earlier. One, this is going to lead to a Randy heel turn, and two, this is going to lead to a double turn at SummerSlam.
Double turn.
Yeah.
Who's turning?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, a double turn, yeah.
Because earlier today, I was in the VC with TJ, and it was a clip of Cody pretty much saying that he's at the tail end of his babyface run, and he said he got about a year or three. So me and TJ pretty much assumed that at SummerSlam he's going to turn.
Yeah.
Because
He said the year.
Was that the interview at Fanatics Fest with the lady?
yeah,
I heard about that.
Yeah, he said he'll turn coming. He'll turn coming soon.
And plus, like, it's obvious that Cena's not going to be here for the rest of this farewell tour. So I feel like that's where they do it. So
I mean, shit, we're already halfway through the farewell tour.
Damn.
So
It's just going quick. What was it? 36 dates, and now how many? Like 17, 16?
like 18,
I
17 right now.
think 18
Damn.
or 17.
Damn.
It's almost
Yeah.
time, y'all.
Just out of the blue, we halfway through the year.
But I will
see
say,
already almost gone, bro. That shit nasty.
But I will say, just because of how they've been teasing it, I can see Seth cashing in on Cody when Cody wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do
major
see that.
get back after the 3-0 shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. I see potential 2 cash-ins coming, but I'm gonna say that for later.
Yeah. I know where you're going as well. I was thinking that.
All right, Deontay, what's your prediction for this match?
I mean, yeah. we all fucking know who it's going to be. There's only one correct answer. It's going to be Cody. I feel like niggas already knew who was going to come. I mean, that last Saturday night main event when we seen Cody returning, we already knew he's going to be put in the King of the Ring. He's going to win. He's facing Cena at SummerSlam. He's winning that bitch. It's plain and simple.
Even though they didn't need to have Cody in the tournament, since he already pinned Cena.
Yeah,
True.
it didn't make no sense, really.
That's a good point. He did pin him in the tag match.
That's my question. That was going to be my question. So what is Gunther going to do at SummerSlam?
Sami Zayn.
I think Jay's getting his run back.
They better not run it back with
I don't want to. I mean, he does have a point though, because knowing WWE as of late, because we'll get to later, they love running the same shit over and over and over again. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do have Jay.
They're probably running back with him and Jay.
And that's the problem, bro. That is the problem. I feel like that's the problem with Gunther. We done got so used to Gunther being in a situation where he's champion. We don't see Gunther without the championship. We barely seen a glimpse of Gunther without the championship.
Mm-hmm.
I need to
I'm gonna lie.
I'll say this.
It's
not that I don't need to see Gunther without the title. Is that I need Gunther to start facing top guys.
I feel
that's
like,
the problem. That's not his fault.
Like the AJ Styles, like the people in ring that's gonna give him them great title reigns that we saw in his IC title reign, because you gave him great opponents. Sheamus,
and that's not his fault. That's just SAB.
He needs great opponents to win.
You know what?
He is great.
Damian Priest.
He has Bucky.
One thing that I thought of it, but it's a long shot.
Drew McIntyre.
But possibly because it is around that time, I could see Ilya come back and fight him, because it would be around that time.
That is true, because he'd be out for almost a full year. Yeah. So he'll probably be healthy enough. They have like a number one contender match on Raw. He wins it, goes on to face Gunther at SummerSlam. Because people forget, SummerSlam this year, 2 nights. So night 1 is probably going to be the Gunther match. Night 2 is probably going to be the Cena match.
I don't think he's fully ready yet.
I want night 1 to
be Ilya lost out on a lot of character build.
True.
Blame Gunther for it. Blame Gunther.
He got to build his stock back up.
We haven't seen him in like a whole year.
Which he will.
But I think that's the problem. WWE really done put themselves in a hole where they feel like they don't have credible opponents for the world champion when there's hella, and I mean hella, good superstars on that Raw roster that could face Gunther at SummerSlam. Literally, y'all said AJ Styles or Gable, even though he's going to be out now.
Finn Balor, the GOAT.
Then, like all of these good wrestlers that could face Gunther at SummerSlam. Hell, Saturday night main event, but we have to sadly see, good old Berg, man.
Yo, you mean Goldberg?
Goldberg.
That
boy, and that boy Gunther, he cooked on the mic last night, bro. I'm just gonna say it right there. That boy cooked on the mic. He said what he had to say, and he went out. That's all you got.
This is crazy. Hey, this is crazy coming from you, Mr. Atlanta, Georgia.
I was gonna say you're not rocking with Goldberg, Atlanta legend Goldberg,
Old ass man.
Yo,
Mr.
Goldberg is
Mr.
gold.
iBotch lifting up Rusev in 2017.
Wasn't
Goldberg,
he a former Falcon at that?
yeah, with
Yes,
hair.
he was.
He was a
He
former
was.
Falcon. I remember.
He played for UGA and
Yeah,
then
let me
played
see.
for the Falcons.
Let me see if I can
Like,
pull that up.
come on, man. Show your hometown hero some love.
Man, bro. And hey, he thought I was gonna take it serious last night in the interview. Oh, I'm about to beat the fuck out of Gunther and make him pay for what he did. Come on, bro. You know how this gonna end. You're gonna get choked out in 3 to 5 minutes. It's simple. That's simple. That's what's going to happen.
I'm really thinking about it though. If there was any way for Goldberg to go out on his career, like he said, is his retirement match. If there was any way for him to
Goldberg with hair.
And he had hair.
The neck
And
brace
he
is
had
crazy.
hair.
But nah, if there was any way for Goldberg to go out for his career, it would be him getting squashed. And there's no better person to do that than Gunther.
I would be shocked if he has over a 10-minute match. But if you could do it with anybody, Gunther is the right person you should do it with.
I think he might end up. I think it's gonna be a squash. That'll be the best way to go out.
That's the right call.
The person who's known for squashing people goes out by getting squashed. That's poetic.
It's a full circle. Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yep. But I don't think Goldberg got the.
I doubt WWE would do that. But hey, if they,
I doubt Goldberg would go out like that. Goldberg got too much pride.
He'll be like, "That ain't gonna work for me, brother."
What's crazy?
That ain't gonna work for me. He's gonna have that Hulk Hogan mentality.
When I tell you, I was getting so much hate on my recent post this past weekend about this
nigga blowing up.
Literally,
yeah.
Man, bro,
I still don't forgive him
did
for
you not?
fucking the
A
female.
man called me racist.
Bro, what?
What?
Told you racist for the Goldberg? What?
For what?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. All because you're from Atlanta.
I was in tears. I was in tears because my dad had commented on it, and he was like, "That boy vocabulary is limited." I'm like, "You're tripping."
Vocabulary is limited. But let me get my prediction here real quick so we can move on to the next one. So obviously the tier merchant, the neck tattoo merchant is gonna win this match. I think it's gonna be one of the best matches on the card. I really feel like Orange gonna try to hit an RKO. Rose is gonna counter him with the crossroads 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Then after the match, Randy's gonna get pissed, turn heel. He's gonna turn heel.
Kick that nigga. Yeah.
Set up a little mini feud leading up to SummerSlam. Maybe there could be a match down the road where it's like if Cody loses to Randy takes his spot at SummerSlam, but then that elevates Cody a little bit more to give him momentum heading into SummerSlam.
No, it just proves he's more of a Hogan.
That too.
I would say if it does turn into like a mini feud, I feel like what's good with you? Mr.
Shout out everybody watching right now, man. Shout out everybody
to the
watching.
live chat.
Man, that was my boy Tyler. He whooped my ass last weekend in the J1 Climax.
Yeah, TJ, I saw that. I was laughing
that's crazy.
Bro. I was laughing.
That was crazy.
How are you losing like that, bro?
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, this next year.
Hey, but what I was saying was, if Rose and Orton does end up turning into like a mini feud, I feel like that will be the way. Like Orton's lesson of beating John is like to actually like go ruthless and shit. Like one last lesson to Cody, so that way he'll be able to fucking defeat John.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be a great setup for the double turn.
You get it. That's what's up.
I'm hoping they do a little promo segment Friday, man. Because
I hope they do.
Yeah,
because
we
need some build up.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more build up to like finally like to get the final sell for like the actual event.
Yeah.
But next match is the other Queen of the Ring match. It's gonna be Jade Cargill versus Asuka. So Lee, Who do you got winning?
No one is
No
ready
Wow.
for Jade
Oh.
Cargill to win Queen of the Ring. She is winning it straight up. What's gonna happen is she's gonna go on. She's on SmackDown, right?
Yeah.
So she's gonna beat Tiffany Stratton, end the Reign of Terror,
Ooh.
Crazy.
and then Naomi's gonna come out at SummerSlam, cash in immediately, and Jade Cargill is gonna have a shorter world title run than Drew McIntyre.
Wow.
That's sick.
So
But nah,
shorter.
no, I
So
like
shorter,
that.
shorter than 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes. Is
Yes.
that what you're saying?
It is gonna. Naomi is already gonna be ringside. Watch Jade win, cash in immediately. That is my prediction.
I do like that because I feel like if you want to capitalize on Naomi, you do that right now before it gets stale because her heel run right now is it's reaching. You don't want it to peak and then decline. You want to capitalize on that quick. I feel like that's like the perfect opportunity to do so.
Yo, what the fuck?
I'm mad they ain't let her get her custom briefcase yet, though. Get
Yeah,
her
the caution tape.
because
The
Tiffany
caution
had one
tape,
last
followed
year.
it.
Let her get hers. I need to see caution tape all around that bitch.
Have you guys
Caution
seen what
in
she's
the
got?
bank.
She's got inside that briefcase.
Hmm?
Have you seen what she's got inside the briefcase?
Wait, what does she have? I forgot.
A
Yeah.
taser. A fucking taser.
She has a
A
taser.
fucking taser.
Yes. So
No, she
razor
had like a
blade,
sinews.
Scaring
switchblade,
the shit out of everybody with
butterfly knives
scaring
and
the
shit.
shit out of me with that evil laugh of hers.
Yo, Jade getting Daniel Bryan is crazy.
Oh man.
Nah, yeah, that is no. Hey, but that sets up for a few leading up to like I don't know the rest of the 2025, I guess.
WrestleMania.
I mean, Nia Jax.
WrestleMania again?
I mean, if Nia Jax is gonna team up with Naomi, then hey, that'll be like a Daniel Bryan moment right there.
All right, but Smooth, who do you got winning this match? What do you see going down like Night of Champions?
I definitely see Jade Cargill winning this match. I see they have a lot. They have a lot of potential in her, so I definitely see her going after Tiffany in SummerSlam. She could win the title. Maybe some shenanigans will go down after she wins that title, like whether that be Nia Jax beating her up and shit, or Naomi cashing in and winning that title. I can see that happen too. But other than that, I got Jade Cargill winning this tournament.
Bet. TJ, what's your prediction for Cargill versus Asuka?
So the most likely option. The most likely option would be Jade Cargill. That's what I think the route they'll go with. But you can't deny that there is a high chance Asuka wins because Triple H probably would not want to miss out on an EO versus Asuka at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah, that face off
right.
was. I saw that face off. That face off was fire. I do want to see
Damage Control history. Pure Joshi.
Ooh,
I can't see Triple H really missing out on that opportunity.
Oh,
But I do think they're going to go to Jade Cargill route.
Younger
say
star,
that.
fresh.
They are. They're going for. I think they are.
But I would not be surprised if Asuka did pull this one out. You feel me?
All right. No, I see that happening because Triple H was big on Asuka back in NXT. Maybe with her being healthy now, that he tries to capitalize on her a little bit. We'll see what happens. But
we'll see.
DZ, who do you got winning this match?
Honestly, I feel like it doesn't matter who wins this match because add on to what TJ said, I feel like those are your contenders going into SummerSlam. Like I feel like they're definitely running Asuka, Io at SummerSlam, and so will Jay. But in terms of the person that's winning this match, I got Jay winning. Pretty much like I said, like whoever said that she's going to end up beating Tiffany, and then Amber's going to cash in. Even though I wouldn't be surprised, because it was reports that somebody's feeling their cash in this year.
Oh shit!
So I wouldn't be surprised if Naomi fails her cash in, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he does cash in and ends up getting probably squashed by Jade or some shit. So
They better not do that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they can't do that because if they do that, I'm gonna crash out. Because you mean to tell me back to back years we're gonna have a wasted Money in the Bank participant or like a holder?
Man, Drew was not a wasted Money in the Bank participant. Let's clear the air there. He is the greatest Money in the
It
Bank-
was wasted. Okay, who lost? Who lost? Who lost that? Who lost their cash in?
Logistics behind that.
This guy. Yeah, the
For
keeping for
story
Drew.
purposes, man.
Just remember, your goat lost to JCJ.
It was
I'm not
for
trying to hear
story
that.
purposes,
He's on the
man.
main roster though.
Story purposes. Who realistically that year could have won it? You feel me? And it would have made sense for them to be either who was champion?
Drew McIntyre.
Either Gunther or
Cody.
motherfucking Cody. Who was realistic to beat them out? You feel me? Outside of what was going on with Drew, that was the most likely option. You feel me?
Yeah.
It wasn't a waste. It was just nobody realistically was going to have a good cash in that year. No man was able to beat them at that time.
And it definitely added to the story of CM Punk and Drew. It added to the feud. It made everything a lot better. Because the fact you costed them at Clash of the Castle, you costed them at
Logistics behind that. Logistics behind that as well.
But even then, I feel like I definitely feel like if Punk was gonna cost him, should have just cost him in the lane and make match.
True.
Motherfucker said, LA Knight, please have LA Knight win it. He ain't ever winning that contract.
That's crazy. Because honestly, I felt like it was the perfect opportunity for him to win this year. But if they got something brewing up with Seth, I'm all in for it. Y'all know how I feel about Seth. One of my favorites ever.
Yo, I just realized Seth's got a
And
dog.
I feel like
he's got a
and I ain't
bodyguard,
gonna
and he's
lie,
got a
no
wife,
hate,
man.
no hate, Ant. But with what DZ said, if there was to be a likely failed cash in, I think for story purposes, it's gonna be Seth.
Oh man. Oh man.
That's killing his
Yo,
if there was
Bird,
a failed cash in,
Jason.
it would be more Seth than Naomi.
Damn.
Jason, if
Seth
you're watching this
failed.
right now, or you end up watching this later on, bro, I swear if Seth fails his cash in,
Bro,
yeah,
that would
we're
be
gonna have to see
crazy.
Triple H.
But I feel like if either one of them was to fail, it would be Seth.
We're gonna have to see
I'm
Triple
not
H.
gonna lie. If Naomi fails, I'm crashing out because
Like it just like with how
They
she
can't fail Naomi. They can't have Naomi
Seth,
fail
you
her
can
cash.
sacrifice that Money in the Bank for the story, just like
Not
they
gonna
did
lie,
with Drew.
I want Naomi to fail her cash in now just so I see Deontay crash out.
You're gonna see me crash
Yeah.
out too
Crazy.
because I do not want to see Naomi
Oh, that
freaking
man,
lose.
Dak Prescott. That's crazy.
Like I said, she's right now climbing up to her peak, and you don't want to have her at that peak too long because it's gonna decline and everybody's gonna lose interest. You gotta capitalize on this shit. So
Yo, he just said he wanted Logan Paul to win Money in the Bank.
Who said that?
all right, we're gonna move past that. We're gonna move past
yep.
that. We're gonna move past that. Deontay, who you got winning this match? I'll get my prediction and then boom, we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah. I mean, I did want Oscar to win. I know it's going to be Jay. DIL said in the comments that they teasing Oscar to face Io for the title, which I wouldn't be mad at that because I know that match is going to cook like fuck. But yeah, I think the right person should be Jay. I do want to say shout out to Oscar because in her return, she done made it to the finals of King of the Ring, as she should. But I'm gonna agree with Lee. Jade's winning. If Jade is winning, Jade is winning the title at SummerSlam. Naomi has to cash in. Naomi is cashing in at SummerSlam.
100%.
Yes.
It has to happen.
Yo, are you gonna go from my second point though that Jade's gonna have a
Gonna what? You cut out there.
fact that Jade's gonna have a shorter reign than Drew?
That's crazy work. I don't want to see that shit go down. I do not.
I can see it. I can see it.
I mean, shit. You said it, the Daniel Bryan moment. So
True. And the thing is, too, I forgot Jade beat Naomi at WrestleMania, so maybe Naomi, gets her lick back with this Money in the Bank cash in. I see that happening.
So
Jade holds the title
look,
for like
and
3 or 4
Yael said in the comments, if this doesn't lead to Jade and Bianca, it's no point. And yeah, like I said, I want to see Naomi do her big one because she deserves it. But I do understand that Jade Bianca has to come at some point. If that leads to WrestleMania next year, then so be it. But
Yo, they gotta eventually do Bianca
I
versus
don't know when
Jade.
Bianca is returning. So
I think it's around SummerSlam.
Hopefully, I hope so.
the injury bug is
Injury bug is insane.
Injury bug,
But
man.
my prediction. So honestly, I could care less. I mean this in a positive way. I could care less who wins this match because either or, whatever match is going to end up happening at SummerSlam is going to cook. Whether it's Cargill and Tiffany or Asuka and Io, I don't mind seeing either of those matches. But ultimately, I potentially see Jade Cargill winning this because she's newer. And I feel like they should kind of strap the rocket to her, start getting her some, giving her a push, pushing her a little bit more into the main event, women's main event scene on SmackDown. So that would be good for her. Asuka, as much as she was one of Triple H's favorite wrestlers in NXT, I think that ship has sailed. I don't think they're going to really push Asuka anymore in the big 2025. I feel like she's just going to be there to put people over, put on bigger matches, call that a day. But yeah, I ultimately do see Jade Cargill winning this. But yeah, next match we got one that just got added because another match got canceled. AJ Styles versus Dominic Mysterio due to Dom getting injured. Got Sami Zayn versus Cross.
Dom getting injured.
TikTok. TikTok.
That boy did not get injured.
Karrion Cross is going to win.
I think he's just ducking. That's my prediction.
No.
I think Dom is ducking.
In
Bro.
Sami Zayn's
They,
head.
they do not want to go to Saudi right now.
He said,
Them
"Nah,
boys did not want to go to Saudi right
that
now.
nigga didn't want to go to Saudi, bro.
Completely
Yeah, I don't
understand.
blame him because what can't even speak. I'm stuttering over here. With everything going on right now in the world, I do not blame him one bit.
Yo, but Karrion Cross is going to win this match. He's too deep in Sami Zayn's head. He's in Zayn's head to lose.
I
Cross-
see it. I could see it.
Yeah. Smooth, who you got?
That is an interesting route. I mean, if Cross plays with his head very well during this match, I could see Cross win this too. But if they go that route, great. Cross deserves it. But realistically, probably Sammy. But I do agree with Lee with Karrion Cross winning this. That would be an upset, a huge upset. And I'm for it. I would love to see it. So,
All right.
Karrion Cross.
TJ, what you got for this?
I ain't gonna lie. Lee fucked my head up with that one. Can't lie. That was an amazing point. Damn. But I'm thinking, you feel me? It's Sami Zayn in Saudi Arabia. They not gonna have him lose to Karrion Cross, who they don't already believe in. But
True.
if they actually are finna start the push, this win would be a great way to do it. It would definitely solidify him, stretch out the feud a little bit more.
Oh, brother, we're starting NXT off a bum.
Yeah. So, damn. But I'm going to still go Sammy. But, shoot, that theory is very on brand. Not going to lie.
All right,
Trick
Deezy,
Williams,
who you got winning?
I feel like a semi win is gonna be too obvious. I do think Cross is gonna win to put more doubt in Sammy's head, and this is going to build to Sammy winning the Rumble. So I do think Sammy is losing.
Okay. Yeah, because Royal Rumble's in Saudi next year, so and there's
it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
This will be a great way to build them up.
And I feel like with the story they've been telling about how they keep bringing up how Sammy has never won a world championship, I feel like this is he's gonna start believing that he can't do it. And this is gonna start to build from eventually winning the Rumble.
Damn.
Maybe Sami Zayn in his Daniel Bryan arc, bro. We about to be hearing only a man. And then we gonna hear that monster shit again.
I think Sami Zayn is gonna have his moment. He's gonna become world champion.
Y'all don't understand.
He is never going to be world champion.
Listen, and guess what? Drew
Okay, Karen Cross.
was 5 minutes. Shut the fuck up. But
Damn.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you know me, like if you know me, you know how much I love NXT Sami Zayn. So just seeing him getting ready to be put in this position, and if they actually do it,
it will feel like that NXT takeover again, bro.
And it's like I feel like Sammy gets a lot of unnecessary hate just because that ball bitch put him in Chad Gable's spot at Mania 40.
Hated that.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, like that's probably, I say, if they do it correctly, that could be your most over babyface over Cody. I feel like they can do it if they do it the right way.
They gotta put all their chips on the table for Sami Zayn. Like they gotta be full-fledged invested in some if they really want to capitalize.
And I feel like if that match does happen, he got to take it off Seth.
Mm-hmm. That could be the main event for one of the nights. That could be night one or night two, either or.
Damn, you cooking, nigga.
He is cooking. Yo,
bro. Nah, because I had that same idea, bro. If he wins, it should be Seth he wins that title off of, man.
Seth go on a reign of terror after cashing in at SummerSlam. You see who he started this feud with? Sami Zayn started this whole run against.
Oh, after Mania 2,
everything I'm saying makes sense. It's aligning.
What if it's like long term? What if Triple H is actually cooking that shit up right now and just keeping that?
That's all because logically, who besides Sammy do you have win the Rumble next year? Who
Drew McIntyre.
Shut the fuck up, Lee.
No, with Drew, bro. Like, look, I love Brian, I love Rollins, I love Stephanie McCurry, but you never see me glaze the fuck out of him like Lee does with Drew, man. Lee loves Drew. Like, he's ride or die for this man, Drew McIntyre. I'm so.
Hey, you gotta realize, bro, your boy Drew packed up, can't even move his neck for real, man. Chill the fuck out.
Can we just get Deontay off the stream for that?
No, can we get Drew off? Because you're glazing Drew a little bit too much. All right, I know with the Drew glazing.
I can't help that he's my goat.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in.
Fresh.
Yo. Do you think Drew's the goat? Yeah, whoever just commented.
All right, man. Deontay, who you got winning between Zayn and Cross?
I wouldn't be mad at neither one. I could see Cross winning, but I'm only say Sammy because they in Saudi. we know how it is, man.
Yep.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Sammy is the Saudi merchant, bro. He is, bro. He's the Saudi merchant, man. I'm sorry, man.
He's only competed 3 times in Saudi. How's he the Saudi merchant?
See, that's his home. That's like, that's his roots.
Saudi's his home. It's like his hometown.
It's his roots. It's his roots.
Oh no, it's not.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, that nigga is not from Ireland.
He's the descent is from the Middle East, but not Saudi Arabia.
I see that.
He even said it himself.
That. Yo, hold on, bro.
What?
Yo, wait, nah, this was crazier. Sammy became the new man store.
Oh,
Yo, Yo, they fired.
Mansoor.
Wait, what?
Yo,
No.
wait,
It's not
wait, wait,
Mansoor.
wait,
It's
wait,
not
wait, wait.
Mansoor. Remember, it's Mansoir. Remember,
Does he actually know where I'm from? I'm not from Ireland.
Mansoor.
he's from Scotland, right?
He's trolling.
Yes,
He's trolling you.
He's
He's
just trolling.
trolling you.
He's just
He's
trolling,
trolling.
man.
Like,
He's
He
trolling.
knows where you
does
from.
this not make it obvious?
He got this jersey on and everything.
All
All right. But I'll get my quick prediction, then we'll move on to the next one. So
Yeah.
I see Sammy winning this. Cross, I feel like he's in a weird place where like the fans want so much out of him. They want him to get pushed. But I feel like Triple H is being a little bit hard-headed. He's being a little bit stubborn. So I feel like they're going to halt on that push right now, but eventually they'll probably do something with him. Maybe put him in the Intercontinental title scene. I don't know, but they'll figure something out with Cross. But right now, I think Sammy's going to defeat Cross, and he'll still be on that, little arc of building himself up, getting that little push. But right now, Sammy's winning. But next match, this should be an easy one. I'm pretty sure we all agree who's winning this because I don't think.
Ah!
Wow.
All
Wow,
breaks.
wow.
No gas with it.
I ain't gonna lie.
That was so backwards.
Oh wait. What does DZ got cooking now? Hold on, I want to hear what DZ got to say.
Yeah, I'll let him go first. Go on. What have you got cooking?
I know what you about to say, and I can see it.
I've got a feeling he's going to say the same thing.
You about to say something egregious, ain't you?
I'm not gonna lie. I would not be surprised.
I'm telling you, bro. I wouldn't either.
Solo wins.
Shout out
Look,
JC Mateo.
because listen, either at Night of Champions or SummerSlam, Solo's getting that damn belt.
Yeah, Solo's winning that hoe. He's winning that hoe.
Okay.
And the way I think he's going to get it is by helping Hikuleu.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
Hikuleo, that's right.
He was having them dark matches on SmackDown. I forgot.
So like I said, I'm look,
right.
listen, I'm gonna repeat it one more time. I would not be surprised if Solo beats Jacob in Night of Champions.
That would be some nasty work.
I see him winning it at SummerSlam. I see him
Yeah.
winning at SummerSlam.
That's the more likely option to me.
SummerSlam.
Because
I think Jacob wins this match, but yeah, Solo's winning at SummerSlam. Yeah,
Because
I think Hikuleo is going to come out at SummerSlam.
because because I feel like they had to reward him for like the work he did last year. I feel like they have no choice but to.
Because he hasn't won a singles title yet, besides the North American title at NXT, but that was like 3 years ago for like a week.
And
He hasn't had
doesn't
a real
even
title.
count.
That's
yet.
the only title he's won.
Yeah, that's literally the only title he's won. But I do ultimately see Jacob Fatu winning this. I don't think he's going to drop that title that quickly. I think SummerSlam is going to be.
Shout out JC Mateo and Hikuleo. They're going to help Solo.
Yeah, I mean.
All right. Next one.
I didn't even know this. Wait, when did this get announced?
Monday.
I forgot. Yeah, it got announced Monday.
Yesterday.
I didn't really watch Raw yesterday. I just saw the results on Twitter, so I'm not all the way caught up on the, everything. I just know.
Yeah, Raquel put Rhea ass through a table.
What Mo said to
It
me
was
during
crazy.
the yesterday, and you don't watch wrestling.
And
You
it's
don't watch
all
wrestling.
thanks to the Prodigy.
Yeah, Roxanne helped
I'll
out.
be honest with you, you didn't. You missed stuff on Raw, but you didn't. It was kind
Nah,
of.
he just don't watch wrestling. It's simple as he just.
It was
don't watch
kind of
wrestling.
meh, only because of how people feel about the whole Night of Championship, how it shouldn't be in Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
So Raw, it kind of felt like Raw was just there last night. It was
That's
just there.
understandable.
Yeah, did you guys hear that they
About
actually
that.
they were actually banned from mentioning what was going on?
I heard.
Yeah, I read that
Yeah.
report. Yeah, I saw that on Twitter that they couldn't mention anything about what was going on in the real world.
I'm not surprised, honestly.
I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. They were doing that shit with Vince. So
I mean, I kind of understand just so it doesn't put any fear into like the viewers and everything, but at the same time, it's like
I mean,
I don't know.
Realistically, everybody knows, and everybody in the world
Yeah.
knows what's going on over there.
Yeah,
Even though it
sure.
has even though it has calmed down now.
Hmm. But
And
yeah.
this might be fake, but on the off chance it's not, I'm gonna just say it. The Boston Celtics and Miami Heat have held internal discussions about a potential trade involving Bam Adebayo and Jaylen Brown.
Can someone explain this in football terms?
What?
Said explaining it what?
Can you explain
In
it
football
in football terms?
terms.
What's
And
the
you mean
source?
your
What's the
football,
source?
not ours, right?
What's the source? What's the source?
It is Chris Davis report. That's why I'm saying it may be fake, it may be not.
I don't even know what the fuck that is, bro.
Exactly.
Who the fuck is that?
Hold on.
Chris
hold on.
Davis.
It's just rumors, and you feel me? It's discussions right now. Nothing real.
I'm still waiting for someone to explain it in football terms.
He's probably one of those parody.
You mean
Deontay-
your football, right?
Deontay, you know a lot
Oh,
about like football, so I don't.
Huh?
European football.
Yeah, nah. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell
Deontay,
you.
how are you explaining this to me, bro?
In foot, Bam, and I say, damn. I'll be like getting rid of, let's say Jaylen Brown is Erling Haaland.
Fucking hell.
Bam is like it's
He's just
Okay.
like some random ass player then.
no, they're not random.
No, they're not random.
Oh my god, Josh Briggs
It's
is going
not
to
the
win the
worst
TNA title.
exchange of players.
Wait, what?
No, never mind. Trick kicked out. Fuck's
Oh.
sake. Oh well,
You
Joe
know
Briggs-
that's a
Worst
wrestler.
exchange of
Hey,
players.
somebody said this on Twitter, and I agree with them. Josh Briggs is a wrestler I don't think I will ever understand.
This nigga shoosh, bro.
Josh, you're gonna have to wait till next
Dang,
week
you
for that
giving
draft.
out PTO,
Not this week. Next week. Check it back in with me. The direct deposit machine is down. So
You know
Hey,
Shoosh is probably gonna
Shoes,
lose
you
the,
know,
G1
Shoes always
match.
got to come back to address his enemies.
true. I gotta get that picture back up here. It's been a
No.
minute. But let's run through these predictions real quick for the Rodriguez Rhea Ripley, because I feel like this is a match that not really that many people are gonna care about. No disrespect, but it's just like one of those filler matches.
I've got Raquel.
All right, Smooth.
If Roxanne helps Raquel, then Raquel. But if not, Rhea.
TJ.
I'll go Rhea.
Rhea. Bet. DZ.
If Rhea lose, it won't be clean. So I
Who's
got
a
Rhea.
street fight? What's clean?
But you know what I mean? Like Raquel can help.
Anything goes. Everything's clean. Technically.
Everything's clean.
This is why I'm a professional TJ hater. This is why.
Deontay, who you got winning?
I think it has to be Rhea. It's fuck, man. Damn, what could have been with Raquel, bro? Raquel was literally a big person in
You
the
didn't go back to another NXT gimmick, bro.
Yeah, I do miss her NXT. But she was getting the push in WWE, and then
She was
she
getting a
got
little push in the
injured, and
beginning.
then
But me personally, I got Rhea winning. I think she needs to build up a little bit more momentum, especially after losing Money in the Bank and losing at Mania. They need to build up a little bit more momentum for her. So this is the place to start.
I will say it's still kind of crazy that Rhea didn't take that pin at Mania. I'm just saying.
True. Should have been Rhea. But moving on to the main event, the match I'm looking forward to.
I'm ready to talk about this.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
We'll go in order as per usual. So we got Cena versus Punk for the WWE Championship. This is childhood right here. So Lee, you start off.
Yo, sorry, Joe Hendry's coming out right now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Wait. Just pause for a minute. I want to see this. I want to see this.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I do respect Lee for representing like the hometown heroes and shit. I do respect that.
What happened?
Of course. What happened?
He just attacked Trick Williams.
Oh, Joe Hendry attacked Trick Williams. Type B.
Oh,
He
shit,
is
wow.
going to save TNA.
He getting that. Hey, he getting that TNA World Title back, man.
Yeah. Save TNA.
Wait. Right. Anyway, to this match, I requested an open mic for this one. I remember.
Oh yeah, here.
Let's talk about CM Punk real quick, man.
Oh, yeah.
The
There
biggest
we go.
hypocrite.
Don't.
Speak right now.
Motherfucking hypocrite in WWE.
We're talking about the promo Cena Cup. Let's hear this.
No, I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about his morals. This man
suck
has sold all his morals for a bag in Saudi Arabia. Now, if you watched his AEW run, he was all this. I've got morals. I've got this. You know, I'm not ever gonna go to Saudi Arabia. I stand up for this, that, and the next thing. But he's just proven everybody that he is actually a hypocrite. He's taken the bag and he's going to Saudi Arabia. Now, a man that claims to be all full of morals, you know, standing up for the things that are right, and he goes ahead and does this to everyone. CM Punk fans should be ashamed of themselves, man.
Lee suck eggs.
We have, bring everyone back up, man. Fuck, you know what? Bring everyone back.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him counter it. I'm gonna let him say what he's got to say about that. Because I know how you feel. So let's see. I'll give him the big screen. Let's see here. Hold on. There he goes. The floor is yours.
I've watched John Anthony Phillips Sr., Cena Jr., and Phil Brooks fight since I was 11 years old. Matter of fact, fuck that. First off, Lee's a bitch. Let's start there.
Hell yeah.
Get him.
Without a doubt.
No, but this ain't got nothing to do with that. But in all honesty, it definitely feels crazy that we're seeing this match in 2025.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be the last time. But I hate how predictable this is going to be because we all know Cena's winning this match. So I kind of wish it was in a predicament as if, like, for example, their last match in 2013 on Raw.
Yeah,
people thought Cena was winning that match. It was also a doubt in their mind that Punk might win that match.
Mm-hmm.
Just the unpredictability of the finish. Like, I feel like this is going to be one of the better matches in Cena's farewell tour.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately, all in all, Cena's winning this match. But so I can only hope that for the one last time that this match is actually good. So yeah, but
CM Punk's still a fucking bitch.
Damn,
that pussy.
Yo, we really got Drew McIntyre versus Punk on the pod.
You support a guy that has no morals. I'm not trying to hear anything.
Hey, who's the one on the shelf right now? Hold on.
Pick your mans up.
Yo, would rather be on the shelf but have zero morals.
Pick your mans up.
Yo, he's taking time off like he deserved.
Your mans can't move his neck.
That nigga can't move his neck.
Don't worry, he's gonna come back and he's gonna take CM Punk out.
We don't believe you.
Who successfully cashed in?
Big CM Punk right here.
That's the back years, by the way.
Right here.
That's the back years, by the way.
Man, fuck you guys. You know what? Cena is easily gonna win this match, and it's gonna be a fucking squash match.
I wouldn't say easily. It's gonna be some shenanigans. I feel
Easily,
like
that's great. Now that's crazy.
You know what?
Okay,
Here's what's gonna happen. You know, someone's gonna come to the ring, Seth Rollins or something, and all you're gonna see is Cena go like this, bang with the title. 1, 2, 3, and therefore it proves CM Punk can't win a world title since his return.
Name me a time Drew McIntyre held a title over 400 days. Challenge impossible.
For
Almost
400
died.
days, if we're gonna combine it,
Nah, just
You
one
know
ring.
what?
Just one ring. Just
all
one
his
ring.
reigns,
Just one ring.
all his reigns are better than
One
CM
ring.
Punk's. I'm not trying to hear anything from you.
Nah,
Just one ring.
yo, everybody name a memorable Drew McIntyre match during the pandemic.
Drew versus Seth at Money in the Bank.
Of
Drew
course you
versus
would know.
Randy, Hell in a Cell.
course.
Drew
Of course
versus
you would
Roman,
know.
Survivor Series. Drew versus Randy, Clash of Champions. We got the SummerSlam match, but that match wasn't that good. Hell, we have Drew McIntyre, the first person to defend the WWE title as well as the 24/7 title in the same bloody match, in a tag team match, which is crazy enough. Drew versus Bobby. Yo, we also
see
there's a
how
lot of good matches. Drew versus Sheamus.
y'all see how only Lee is naming these matches? Nobody else has said shit.
Yo, are you guys forgetting about Drew versus
Check the
Sheamus?
comments. Check the comments.
The first match, I never said Punk in the first match. I said Seth.
Drew versus Otis.
You know what? Shush, fuck you. This is why England sucks.
Damn. You taking that, man? Personally, I'm not taking that. That's just me, though. Yeah, don't take that.
You know what, Shush? I hope you win the Jeopardy title. I hope you win the Jeopardy title. You know,
You ain't gotta go there.
because then I want my opportunity to become a double champion, Shush. So I hope you
You know
win.
who we gotta go against?
Who?
Me.
Oh, you fucking losing. I'm sorry, but you fucking losing.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm gonna have to pull up the flight laugh again, bro. Just cause, man.
Yo, Shush. I'm rooting for you. Good luck. And I'll see you once you win your title. Alright. Anyway, Punk's Cena's winning. Supreme, you go next.
You know what I would love to see, and I don't think they'll ever do. I don't think they're gonna do this the second time. I would.
Oh my
I
god,
would
Javon
love-
Evans is on my screen.
I would love for them. I would love for them to end this match in a draw.
So you want a DQ?
So you basically want an AEW match, okay? Yeah.
You guys, are you guys not? Are you guys forgetting about? You guys are forgetting the match they had at Night of Champions in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
They had a match at Night of Champions in 2012.
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Must have sucked.
The match,
balls.
basically, in the end of that match, both of their shoulders were on the mat. Because Cena hit Punk with a top rope back suplex, and they swerved us. Because Punk was champion at the time, and then they thought Cena won. We all thought Cena won that title, but it ended up being a draw.
Oh,
It
so
would
you
be
just
so
saying
fun. It
bullshit.
would be so funny if Punk did that exact same thing, and he would win, except that would be a draw as well. I know it's a BS take. You're probably thinking,
Yo,
they're not gonna do that
what's
shit
with this
again.
guy wearing a mask while he's wrestling Javon Evans?
They're probably not gonna do it again. But that would be funny if they do that again. But realistically, Cena's gonna win. Either way, Cena's gonna keep the title. That's why I said it should be a draw. Either way.
All right. I think we're all agreeing. John Cena's gonna win this match.
Wait, hello? Can y'all hear me?
With all the nostalgia.
No, bro, we can't hear you.
All right, yeah, he can hear me. My thing was muted. But now, DZ, I know you said you think Cena's gonna win, right?
Yeah.
All right. Deontay, who you got winning?
We're gonna see the same old fucking shenanigans. We're gonna see the same old fucking shenanigans we get every time we seen a heel Cena match. At the end, he's gonna hit Punk with the title, maybe once or twice. A big 1, 2, 3. Bye bye Punk.
Basically the same thing I'm
We
saying.
know, like, yes, I think this is going to be one of the better matches for Cena's heel feud, heel run. It's just I hate it has to be in fucking Saudi Arabia.
I know,
But I'm going to agree with Mr. Lee over here. And no disrespect to you, DZ. I love you. But I'm not gonna lie, that boy Punk is a straight hypocrite. He's a straight hypocrite. Now, there's two things. One, in his feud with MJF, talk shit about MJF, about him, going to WWE and being a 2-night WrestleMania.
I won't get one free extravaganza.
Right.
And look what he did. Wrestled on night 1. Main event at night 1.
And claimed it as a WrestleMania main event.
It is.
Yeah, shut up.
It is.
It was a main event.
It
No.
is a main event, bro.
No.
It's the last.
At least my
event.
go to main event the real night of WrestleMania.
He made it there like.
What are you talking about?
It was still a main. It was still a main event.
It was
No.
night. Wait.
How
It was
can
night
you
2.
main event
Hey,
Mania when
Wait,
there's a
hold on. Drew, I said Drew. Deontay, I'm gonna let you finish your statement, and then I have a rebuttal for it.
Look, but also, again, I agree with him. He talked shit about Saudi. He talked shit about the blood money and everything. Look at you now. About the main event of Saudi show.
I would like to also point out
Okay.
that,
All right,
CM Punk has spoken up for like LGBT
All right,
rights
listen.
and all that.
listen. Now
And
here's my
look on
rebuttal. Here's my rebuttal to that. Right. First off, this is me talking to Deontay. Fuck Lee. He does meet me whining. I feel like Sally, this match having this Saudi makes sense is because I feel like it's the ultimate heel move by Cena. Because the IWC fans, the IWC fans ain't stupid. Like you even saw when Cena said it's gonna be in Saudi, you saw the little sparking out on his face. Because wrestling fans are not stupid. So he's making Punk go against his morals just to try for the title, which I feel like in the story with Cena is one of his better heel tactics as a heel during this run. So yes, you can call him a hypocrite. Yes, you can say he twists up his morals and such. But I feel like in this instance, in that situation, it kind of made sense in character.
Mm-hmm.
So what would your
I've seen
excuse
it from
be if
that
he
point of
turns up
view.
in the Rumble?
What?
What would your excuse be if he turns up in the Rumble next year?
He ain't gonna be in the Rumble.
I
don't think he'll be in the Rumble.
All I'm gonna say is somebody clip
will.
this.
You
For
will.
when CM Punk is in the Royal Rumble match.
I don't think he'll be in the Rumble. I think he's just gonna do this one date, and that's that. And
I'm
anyway,
pretty sure the only reason he did this match in Saudi is because he know it was John's farewell tour.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
one night only. He
And I'm
could
pretty-
do like a one night only for Saudi.
All right, I'm marking
That's
the
it.
date and the time on the show. So we got 24th of June, 1 hour and 3 minutes in. Got it.
This guy. But now, me personally, obviously, I do see Cena retaining. He's retaining. He's probably losing at SummerSlam. It's going to be the same old shit. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's Cena being the heel. He's going to do the cheap things to get the win. He's going to use the belt. It's going to be the ref bump. There's going to be the low blow. There's going to be a bunch of shenanigans.
I want the ending to be different, though. I
Yeah,
hate to see the same old ending. Even if my BS ending would be cool. My BS take on the ending would be cool to
It's not
see.
even
But
a-
I know they're just gonna.
I wouldn't even say it's a BS take. I'd say that's like a curveball right then and there. Like, to do a throwback like that. Shit.
I would love for them to do it. I doubt that they'll do it, but if they're all about nostalgia, then do it. Also, cool shirt, by the way.
Welcome, Drew. Welcome back, Drew.
Cool shirt, by the way, Drew.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Glad to have you back. Oh wow!
He's rock.
Wait,
My
why are
boy
you
Drew
doing? Why
rocking
are you
the.
doing Drew? I thought you liked Drews.
Yeah, man, what's wrong? Don't boo Drew.
Nah, I'm joking. What's good, Drew? What's good?
He got the Nexus CM Punk
Look at the
t-shirt.
shirt.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at the shirt. That's a goal.
No.
That's my
dope
goal.
shirt.
W Drew.
He's got CM
W
Punk
Drew.
t-shirt on. He's got CM Punk
W
shirt on.
Drew. Fuck Lee. W Drew.
Best in the world.
Drew.
You know what?
Fuck with the boys.
You know what? Next week, everybody bring out your Punk shirts.
Good thing I won't be here.
Where's my Punk
I
shirt
will
at?
not be here.
Where's my Punk shirt at? I got you.
Hold
I'll have
on.
Man, shoot, bro. Chill out, man.
Let me see shirts. What does she say?
Best in the world.
Yo, if any of you want to burn your CM Punk t-shirts, here's all you for it.
Yo, this dude shirts, bro. Yo, I'm about to make shirts on 2K. I'm making him face Triple H. I'm gonna simulate it. He got the chords and everything. But nah,
Yo, are we allowed to drink?
yeah, you can drink. I don't care.
Sooner or later on TikTok, we gotta make a fucking shoe score, and it says shoe thing.
Just give me an idea. We gotta start doing shit like that, bro. I got so many ideas. But Drew, since we have you here, we're gonna be ending the predictions here pretty soon. So who do you got winning versus Cena and CM Punk? What do you see going down in this match? Oh, you're muted.
Great commentary, man. Some absolutely amazing commentary and predictions.
Yeah, I think you're muted. I don't know.
Fucking TJ, bro.
Yo, I've got to say, this is some really great content right now.
I can't hear you. Yeah, you're muted, bro. You're like, bro, they're doing you
You're
like
muted.
Punk, bro, with the pipe bomb. They're doing you like Punk with a pipe bomb, bro. They're cutting off your mic.
Oh, yeah.
It's clobbering time.
They didn't cut.
Yo,
they
he
didn't cut.
might be
They didn't cut the
joining
mic
the
off
goal.
Cena though, because they
Goal.
know he's the. They know he's the GOAT. But his take on the pipe bomb was crazy.
Yo,
We still can't hear you. We still.
yeah. Leave and come back. Leave and come back.
We still can't hear you, my guy.
Leave and come back. It'll probably
That
work.
was absolutely amazing predictions right there.
A
Second
rare-
half coming up.
A rare Drew crash out.
Okay,
We just witnessed a-
before we end the predictions and move on to the state of WWE discussion, do we potentially see any cash-ins happening?
Absolutely not.
No.
Nah.
You don't see cash-ins? Not even Seth showing up, maybe teasing it a
Probably a
little?
tease. Probably a tease.
Maybe a tease.
But maybe a tease, but no. No cash in. Probably just a tease, but no.
Tease no,
Man.
tease us.
I simulated the match in 2K. Seth in my game teased it. He was going to cash in and then he just left.
Yeah, but you're missing one big difference. That's your 2K. That's your 2K. This is real life.
I know. Don't take what I say seriously when I talk about the 2K simulations, okay?
All
Man,
right.
you play 2K in 2025.
Lee.
I'm not here, Anson.
All right. So
You
that
wish.
was our Night of Champions predictions. It's gonna be an interesting show, but now we're gonna be moving on to the state of WWE discussion. This was an idea presented to me by TJ because he felt like we definitely should talk about what's going on in WWE. It's open mic, so if anybody watching right now wants to join, I will drop the link in the chat.
Yo, can we get Shush up? Shush, can you come
That's
up?
what I'm saying. Shush, if you want to join, bro, links in the
Come
little
on.
chat. I mean, it is open mic. Let me know y'all.
TK.
Say what you gotta say, man. Say what you gotta say. We know what you're gonna do. We know what you're gonna do.
TKO.
Say what you gotta say, man. Oh yeah. Come on, man. Hey, y'all do what y'all
All I'm
gotta
gonna say, the only thing I'm gonna say is fuck TKO. That's it.
Yo, TKO is the greatest of all time. Like, can we just talk about the Cena promo and how it added so much aura having the Slim Jim table in the shot.
That joke was funny. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, yeah, they did cook with they did cook with that one Cena promo. Other than that, fuck TKO.
Oh, shush can, unfortunately.
All right, full screen me.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna let the man of the hour here speak because he did also mention this to me too. So
I will look. You know, WWE has been my childhood. It's been my childhood, and it's life for me. No disrespect. I do a lot of stuff in life, but wrestling will always be my heart. I grew up watching this company, and what the things that I've seen recently have been shitty. Whether it's the booking, whether it's wrestlers not getting pushed. For example, my man's Chad Gable, shout out Shoosh. My man's Chad Gable, we've been waiting for that push for a hot minute. Now my man's is sitting there injured, and yeah, we don't know when the fuck he's coming back. Do I think he's gonna get the push? Hell no. But y'all keep teasing this bullshit. Another thing, the Creed brothers, they should have the tag team championships. Shout out Shoosh again. The Creed brothers should have the tag team championships. Also, a lot of these wrestlers, including AJ Styles, just sitting there, could be wrestling. We just talked about it earlier. Could be wrestling Gunther for the world title. Instead, he's trying to get this IC title again when he should be.
Oh, when did Ricky Starks come back?
When he should be in main event. Like, that shit is ass. And these women's tags titles, and I'm gonna get on AEW's ass for this too, because I literally just seen earlier today that AEW is about to create women's tag team titles, which is fucking stupid. Because if it's not working for WWE, why the fuck you think it's gonna work for AEW? And it's not that many women's tag teams in AEW. So that's, mind you, it's already too many fucking titles in that company. And Tony Khan's going to be stupid as fuck and put the women's tag team titles on that bullshit. But back to my point. The women's tag titles for WWE might be the dumbest shit ever. And it looks dumb because now Liv's hurt again. Raquel is still one half. They might have Roxanne as the champion. Who knows? But I feel like they need to go ahead and scratch that for the main roster and put the women's tag titles for strictly NXT. It shouldn't be a main roster title because you don't see that many women's tag teams in the main roster. Keep it for NXT. Also, there's way too many women in that division that should be having pushes. Hella men in that division that should be having pushes. But the booking is so fucking ass backwards, and Mr. Triple H doesn't know what he wants to do. And I'm not going to put it all on Triple H. I've said it before. There's a power struggle between Mr. Triple H, TKO, and that bald-headed son of a bitch, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's all. That's all I gotta say. But that bald man, I don't want you back in my company anytime soon. I'm still pissed off for the bullshit you did about that whole Cena hero turn, doing 3, 2, 1. Fuck that bullshit. You still should have came at WrestleMania. You made the whole thing not make any sense. It felt like a waste of fucking time because of the shit that you did. And you over here playing around with these fans. Man, that shit is unacceptable, bro. That shit is unacceptable.
We live?
Yo, guys, what does this image on my
I'm
screen
muted.
right
Hold
now?
on. Let me unmute.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
yeah.
Yep, you're good.
Yep,
You're good. You're
yep.
good.
I've been told you about The Rock. He's an egomaniac, bro.
It's celebrity time.
Hey, bro, that's why
I
I
had
call
to
him
get the extra
Mafia,
microphone
bro.
from upstairs.
Exactly why I call him
Drew,
Mafia, just
Drew,
like
is this
these
your
other
joke,
ones.
by the way?
Hold on, Lee. Why you took my profile picture?
Hold on, and can I go next?
Yeah. The floor is yours now.
All right. Majority of us. I've been watching wrestling consistently since I was 11 years old. Now, while I will say, throughout my time watching wrestling, we have experienced quite a lot of dog shit when it comes to like years. One of those years being 2019. But I feel like in this current state of WWE, it's I feel like I'm gonna go based off what Deontay was saying. I do feel like TKO is in Triple H's ear by a lot of things, considering the fact of they was on such a hot streak before Mania 40, and then even after Mania 40, they was selling that shows nonstop. The matches were good. Yes, it was still this typical Triple H bullshit, but at the same time, he was someone making up for it. I feel like a lot of people that should be getting pushed isn't getting pushed, even though I feel like with wrestling fans, that's just like the pros and cons. It's like you will never be able to make a wrestling fan like satisfied. Because I can sit here and say all day about how Finn Balor should be in the world title picture, but also at the end of the day, I'm only one person. Right? I feel like the tag divisions are too lopsided. I feel like that SmackDown tag division is super stacked, which isn't a problem, but just compared to Raw, and this Triple H already doesn't care about tag teams as it is, and you would think for somebody that was running the show when fucking DIY versus the Revival happened, and all these classic ass tag team matches in NXT, that he would care about the tag division, but it just seems like he doesn't. I feel like the same women are in the women's division. We have so many stars. A perfect example that she got released, Dakota Kai. I feel like Dakota Kai could have been a primary focal point of the IC title picture. With the U.S. title, Chelsea Green did amazing work. But when it comes to like the main like two women's world titles, it's just the same people. Like out of both divisions, you see what? Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, even though she's in it right now, Bianca Belair, EL Sky, you can say Tiffany, and Liv Morgan. Those were the names it was centered around this past year. And it doesn't look like they're going to build any new names up to enter that picture. Now, I will say, their division compared to NXT Women's division, by all means, like, doesn't compare. But I feel like with the additions of a Julia, the additions of a Stephanie, the additions of, I think Jordan Grace is going up soon, I feel like those are primary examples of that you can't fuck that up. You just simply can't. For example, Julia's fighting Zelina Vega for the U.S. title Friday. If Julia doesn't win that match, I'm not going to say that's just necessarily buried, or no, because Zelina did just get that title, but also at the same time, these women took Storm over NXT. So I feel like to capitalize on what Hickenbottom, you know what I'm saying, help build, I feel like you should give them the same type of grace. Not saying they should win every title because I'm like, no, what the fuck. But it's just the fact that introducing new stars into the sad picture. I feel like the booking is always it's inconsistent. I feel like these four or five match pay-per-views, when they first started, it was cool, but like I was saying earlier, there's no reason why a pay-per-view called Night of Champions, you only have what, 1 or 2 title matches? Like the tag team. First of all, I would think after what the fuck happened, the spend it after Mania with that triple threat tag team match with the Profits, they deserve to be on the pay-per-view. Same with the New Day. Like, it's just a lot of inconsistency, and I do feel like it's TKO, but also at the same time, we have seen Triple H book inconsistent things way before TKO was even whatever shit. But we've seen before TKO came in the picture, Triple H booking inconsistently. So I feel like it's just gotta do better, because now it's to me it's starting to enter that point to where AEW is starting to make that rise again. Because I say in 2021, I had AEW over that. Well, I watched AEW more consistently than WWE, and I feel like with the things AEW has been doing to build it all in, like the match they've been having with, for example, Hangman and Will that just happened, and so even though the Death Row storyline is shit, but everything besides that, I feel like AEW is slowly back on the incline to eventually, like, this right now is more watchable than WWE. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Very interesting there. Very interesting.
Hey, the Raw Tag Team division is dog shit. Completely dog shit.
Nah, some good points there. Tag team division, they definitely need some depth, especially on the Raw side of things. Women's division, I'm going to say this. It's criminal that both women's titles have not been defended on the PLE since WrestleMania.
Hey, man.
Criminal.
And I forgot to bring this up. And I feel bad. I feel bad for Tiffany Stratton, because for one, she hasn't done shit since she's won that title. She hasn't done shit other than that Charlotte match. And that Charlotte match was, we know how we felt about that Charlotte match.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, she hasn't did shit for that title. And I don't understand why they did her that way. Y'all keep putting her in this Nia Jax vortex, which I'm hoping this is the last time we have to see her in Nia Jax fight. I'm tired
I'm
of
so over that. Like they gotta move past
everybody
that.
else is too. But bro, they did her so wrong. Again, EO hasn't defended the title. Like,
Since WrestleMania.
Yeah, both since, well,
yeah,
I think Tiffany had a defense on for SmackDown, but still, like, on a
that's
PLE. Does anybody want to get on the screen and say their piece, or because I'll go real quick because I got like
Oh,
three
bro,
things.
I'm about to bore the
Go
whole
ahead.
stream.
I ain't got too much to say.
All right,
about
bet. All right,
I'll
everybody
say my
mute. I'll say my piece. All right, so basically, 3 things WWE needs to improve on immensely. So, number 1, they need to lengthen PLEs. I feel like they definitely need to add a lot more matches on the PLEs. Instead of doing the 4 or 5 match regime, they should be
Triple
like
H
6 or 7.
match merchant.
Yeah, like
Yo, wait. Are you advertising for 6-hour PLEs?
yeah, 6, 7 matches at least.
I
Oh,
know.
bro, look.
6 hours.
I would say not go to, you know, that Tony Khan pay-per-view link.
Yeah,
At least give me 6 matches
6
for
or
a
7 at least. Like even if one of the
would take
matches is
that.
like a quick match, that's it. That's one of the
Yeah.
things that I really feel like they definitely should do. Add a lot more people onto the PLEs, especially world champions, because the fact you don't have both women's champions or at least one of them on a PLE is criminal. Speaking of the women's division, they need to start focusing a lot more on the women's division. I get, they're putting all their chips into the Judgment Day with Raquel and Roxanne and Liv. Okay, I get that. But this is the perfect opportunity right now to start capitalizing on all the new stars that they're getting. Julia, Stephanie, Jordan Grace soon. some of the mid card people on SmackDown, Chelsea Green a little bit more, maybe Mia Yim, just some people start pushing the women a lot more, start showcasing them a lot more, putting a little bit more effort into them. Same thing with like Jade, Naomi, and everything. That should be a main focal point on SmackDown. That definitely should be the main thing going down on SmackDown for the women, because it feels like nowadays watching the women's wrestling on the main roster, it's not as important as it should be. That definitely should be a focal point. Third thing, being a little bit too commercial like. All the ads all over the ring, on the ladder, on the tables, the prime bottles, all that. Look it. I was fine with the little logos in the ring, the prime bottle in the ring, but when you start stacking ads all over, it just doesn't feel authentic. It really doesn't feel authentic. It feels like right there's a cash grab, especially on the Money in the Bank briefcase when they had the Cash App logo. Like, what are we doing? I get you want to make the money, you want to get the ad revenue, this, that, and the third. But it feels like I'm watching like a game show or something now with all these ads being taken place. I'm watching like a YouTube video. Like they gotta
it
like
doesn't feel like pro wrestling anymore.
Yeah,
feel like pro wrestling
like
at all.
I get UFC does that, but UFC's always had ads. Let's be real. New Japan does that, but at the same time, they don't. It's just the ring. It's not all over the place. It's just the ring, and it's not a lot of logo.
Whoa! Are we disrespecting the Fireball ladder?
I'm
And the Slim
disrespecting
Jim
the Fireball
table?
ladder.
Yeah,
No, Fireball.
Bro, Lee, shut the fuck up. Lee.
Hold on. Let me hold on. I just want to capitalize a little bit more on this here. So when it comes to like commercial, what I mean, it's just like the TKO being in Triple H's ear, giving them like the generic, unorganic shit. Just like the shit, like the basic shit, not like pushing the undercard people, the mid-card people, like underutilized talent. Like for example, Shush Gable, he should have been pushed a long time ago, but I feel like TKO is telling, oh, don't push Gable, don't push him whatsoever. Like tag teams, they definitely should put all their chips into some of the tag teams on SmackDown, on Raw, like Fraxium, Johnny Gargano, and Ciampa a little bit more. The Street Profits, even though they're the tag champs, it doesn't feel like they're the tag champs. Like I said, a lot of talent isn't being utilized and showcased the best way. And I feel like a lot more people definitely need to be pushed. For example, Karrion Kross, he's a big fan favorite. I feel like they should definitely push him to the moon. The Lucha Bros, whether they're in the tag team or single stars, they should definitely not be losing. They should be getting these wins, racking up wins, and going for the mid-card titles. I get Penta was fighting for the Intercontinental Championship, which is understandable. Okay, cool. His time will come. But Rey Fenix, he shouldn't be losing all these matches. He just got there. He definitely should be racking up wins and building momentum. That's the one thing. They got to stop being a little bit too commercial, putting like the big, toys and forgetting about the smaller toys. They definitely should be giving everybody equal opportunities. That's all I got to say. Let me hold on.
My man should have stayed in AEW, bro. And hey, bro,
that's all I take.
I put this in the hot take today, bro.
Yo, back to Ant's point about the advertisements. Like, how are we not talking about the greatest advertisement placement of all time? CM Punk snapped into a Slim Jim table.
How about we talk about the greatest kick of all time? I'll get him out of here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm putting back. Yo, Drew, I haven't really heard from you, man. I want to hear your points.
Yeah.
I got some.
All right. So I wanted to kind of make a draft towards myself, but this is a quick sketch. Number one for me, I just feel like TKO and Triple H are creatively bankrupt at the moment. They just don't have ideas that are sticking to the wall at the moment. I think they need to change the format. The format definitely needs to be changed up. I feel like Ann and everybody else has pointed out, the women's division has kind of felt like an unimportant, aspect towards the show. They need to start kind of using more emphasis towards the women's division. We have a lot of talented women on the roster at the moment. I just feel like there's just no importance to the titles. There's no importance to the big stars, big names. Outside of the whole Becky Lynch and let's see, Bianca. No, not Bianca. Who am I thinking of? Bailey. And that's really it. That's kind of the only thing that's kind of sticking out at the moment. I'm glad that Jade is getting a little bit more of a focal point, but I feel like we just need more just attention towards that. And that's on top of that, even before, the Ron Killens, change and just, having R-Truth be released, it's if I don't think it's a Triple H decision, I think it's a TKO decision. I don't think they look at it as towards a fan's perspective. I think they look at it more as to a financial and business perspective, if anything else, more than a wrestling perspective as well. I think they just need to start just changing shit up. Simple as that. I think we're starting to get to the point where it kind of feels like this is Triple H's version of like McMahon in 2017-18, if that makes sense, like where it's like fans are kind of just like tuning away, not because just the product isn't really hitting the same. It's not really as like it's kind of starting to lose its luster a little bit, and I think they just need to start changing shit up pretty soon. I especially after SummerSlam, I think they can definitely rebound. AEW is getting better, and not to say that AEW isn't like pushing WWE to be competitive. I think AEW looks at it more into a wrestling business than WWE with TKO. They're looking at it more into a business and a financial perspective. And that's kind of like, I think that's the main problem with WWE at the moment. And that's all I'm going to say.
Hey.
It's sad because the women's division are terrible from both companies. It's not just WWE. AEW's is shit. And it's been like that for so fucking long. And it's bad because we complain on Twitter at least damn near every single day about this shit. And they still haven't made any changes. But back to my point, and Chooch is talking about it now. My man Aleister Black just returned, which I still think he's gonna be fine. But, bruh, what the fuck are y'all gonna do with him?
And I think they're just signing filler signings. You know what I mean? Like Ray Phoenix, Aleister Black. They're just
and I said that on my hot take earlier today. Phoenix should have stayed in AEW, bro. He's getting lost in the vortex.
Very easily too.
Here's my question for y'all. Y'all think WWE is monopolizing the wrestling industry right now with the purchase of AAA?
I definitely agree.
Signing all these free agents, do you think they're trying to monopolize a little bit here, trying to prevent them from going to the other competition, the other side?
It's like with WWF back in the day when they took all the territories back in the 80s. Exact same concept.
Considering that some of them have actually jumped ship from AEW, like two of the names you mentioned, Ray Phoenix and Aleister Black.
I just saw that comment with Miro. That I know. I was about to say about Miro is that it feels like he's just doing like a repeated cycle of what he was doing before he left WWE.
Look at Andrade.
Like, look, I get these guys just returned and everything. Well, except Andrade. Andrade's been in the company almost 2 years now, and we'll talk about that in a sec here. Miro, Aleister, honestly, they should be getting put into the mid-card scene, not feuding with jobbers. I get it's their first time back in the company, but they should definitely be on the rise for the mid-card scene, the Intercontinental Championship. Whether it's Dom, whether whoever wins it, or whoever is the champion at the end of the summer, they definitely should be. It could be Finn Balor. They could, do something with that. I don't know.
Hopefully, we get a feud with Rusev and Sheamus because I'm ready for that.
They are.
That's the one thing with the. That's the one thing with the mid card.
No water.
And then the thing about failing to capitalize on stars too, like for example, LA Knight. 3 times in a row, he doesn't win Money in the Bank. Okay, I get 2020.
Crying about that.
I get 2023. The whole thing with Roman. Okay, understandable. Good. 2024. It was a weird spot with Drew winning. Because who's he really going to cash in now? Cody, who just won it, or Gunther, who Gunther was going to Gunther beat Priest, and Gunther was going to have that title up to Mania. And then this year,
I just feel like LA Knight has been very unlucky when it comes to the booking, because obviously when they came to like forming this faction with Seth Rollins, obviously they had in mind, okay, we got to get this guy to win the Money in the Bank because this is a huge thing that's pushing us after WrestleMania. We got to get everybody involved. We got to get Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to be in the main event scene. I just think it's more or less like just bad luck on LA Knight's part than it is like just bad booking.
I feel like You know how we talked about AEW at one point, like 2022, 2023, when they were signing everybody and their mamas and how it was getting a little bit too full over there? I'm starting to say the same thing with WWE right now. They're signing all this talent. They're gaining all this talent in, but they're not knowing how to utilize them or not knowing how to push them.
A lot of them could just be there for a paycheck, though.
That's true
They
too.
are.
That is true. That is true.
Bro, exactly.
That's another guy, Mello. So
just a lot of there's too many guys just lost in the shuffle. Too many talents. Too many guys who could be main eventers in other.
Hey,
wrestling
Miz
companies
not
at the
there
moment.
no more. I don't know if y'all noticed that.
Yeah.
Oh no,
he's doing Gladiator. He's doing Gladiator.
Good for him.
Gladiator.
Hey, you know
He's
what's
hosting
crazy?
Gladiator,
You
yeah.
know what's crazy? I don't know if y'all seen that, but y'all seen that there's 2 AEW wrestlers that's going to be on the show.
Warlow and who's the other one?
I don't know. I don't think it was Marina Shafir. It was somebody else.
For Gladiator, right?
Yeah.
I know. Oh, it was like 4 wrestlers. I think it was like Jesse Goddard's. I think it was Warlow and then 2 other people.
And we all know how petty WWE is since they asked the makers of Happy Gilmore 2 to cut out MJF.
Exactly.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
That's they're being so fucking petty about that shit, and that shit is weird, man. Like,
oh my god, Tony D'Angelo's walking to the
They did
ring.
the exact same thing with.
WWE.
I think they did the exact same thing with Samoa Joe when he did Twister.
mm-hmm.
I think that Twisted.
No,
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal. Yeah, that's what it was called.
Peacock.
They did the same thing with Samoa Joe.
It's on Peacock.
Well,
but I think Andrade is going to be the first person to leave WWE, go to AEW, leave AEW, go to WWE, and then he's literally going to do that, bro. Because you're not doing shit, bro. The same shit you were doing in AEW, you doing here. You could have just stayed in AEW and got the paycheck, bro.
But here's the thing: he could just go to CMLL, if anything.
Yeah,
because like if you're not doing nothing in AEW, you leave AEW to go to WWE, and there's nothing going on over there, then you're gonna have to open up your options a little bit more. Maybe TNA, maybe CMLL. But when it comes down to everything, they just gotta make sure they know how to utilize some stars that are fan favorites. Mello,
damn, man.
LA Knight.
What could have been with Ray Phoenix, man? I'm sorry, man. Come on. I'm sorry. I gotta say this, bro, because it pisses me off. Because Ray Phoenix was literally an international champion for AEW. Yes, he did lose it quick, but I felt like he was one of the best international champions from AEW. They showed how good of a singles wrestler he could be in AEW. They showcased him in AEW. Why the fuck would you want to leave? Don't get me wrong, the shit that was going on, it was fucked up. But my guy, you're back in the vortex. They treating you like you are basically a Rey Mysterio damn near 2060. Literally. Dragon Lee, they think he's another Rey Mysterio. Phoenix, they think he's another Rey Mysterio. Both of those wrestlers aren't doing shit. They're not doing shit. But I blame Dragon Lee because your dumbass decided to go to the company when, hell, you put on a great trios match in that trios tournament.
I remember that
match and then decided to go to WWE. Ray Phoenix was going crazy in the singles division. Mind you, I missed the Lucha Bros, and I think Ray Phoenix won't be relevant until they bring back the Lucha Bros. So he's just going to be nowhere, bro. And
it was just weird with the timing with everybody saying, like, Penta came in January on the debut episode of Netflix or whatever for Raw, and then Ray Phoenix a couple weeks before WrestleMania. Yeah, a couple weeks before WrestleMania, he debuts. I really felt like they could have held it off to after WrestleMania, debut them as a tag team, especially on Raw, because Raw needs tag teams. They're lackluster. The only 3 tag teams that are relevant on Raw, or the 4 tag teams that are relevant on Raw, New Day, Viking Raiders, the Creeds, and Judgment Day. That's literally
They
it.
should have never released Gallus from NXT, and they should have put them on the main roster.
That's a good point right there too. See,
Yeah.
And they should have had them
people.
beat the New Day.
Didn't they beat the New
Because-
Day before on NXT?
Yeah, for the NXT tag. Now they
I
should
remember that.
They should bring them back.
Oh
and help them,
yeah.
because Joe Kofi has actually recently come out and said that he actually cannot wrestle in the US right now.
Yeah, because of the visas, right?
The
Yeah.
visas.
And he's apparently not allowed to go to Europe and wrestle
Yeah.
either.
Man, this man's just as funny as fuck, bro.
You know what, Shush? They're not gonna cut my mic because I'm a star here, and you just a bitch.
Star.
All right, but anybody got anything else to say before any last minute?
I want to talk to you about CM Punk
Lee
again.
versus Jeopardy.
Yeah, it's happening once he wins the title.
Lee versus Shush Jeopardy, battle of the UK, battle of Europe.
Yep,
And Shush,
need it.
it's gonna go the same way it always does. Scotland always on top.
So UK, so you're telling me that I have to practice a UK accent and then have UK related questions on the Jeopardy?
Oi, bruv.
Shit,
It's going to be the greatest Jeopardy of all time. So Shush,
Hello,
you better win that
I can't
title.
do a British accent, but no,
Shush, you better
yeah.
win the title because I want that double title. I want to be a double champion.
with WWE, like I said, they need to start relying on TKO's needs. They should start being a little bit more organic instead of corporate, whole corporate
Yeah.
mess.
Even
Yes.
Vince back then wasn't like this. either.
Everything is a result of TKO, in my opinion.
Yo, TKO is the greatest group of all time. The advertisements they're doing. Are, full screen me. I'm a glaze. Let me glaze.
Rage,
So that's-
rage. 101.
Yeah, thank God.
101
We're not
Rage
full
Vader right
screen
here.
Blaze session.
Hey, the
Full screen is for
motherfuckers
hate and hate only.
Hey, those motherfuckers told me how bad they were when they decided to put good old WrestleMania in Vegas again, which that will be the dumbest thing I've seen them do. Because there's no way I want to put it in Vegas next year.
I'm just
Like
gonna
that-
say this right now. If they triple those ticket prices, yeah, it's gonna go to shit. I'm just gonna say they triple.
I ain't gonna lie.
Look at the crowd reaction in Vegas.
Hey,
when they
I
tripled the
didn't
price
like
up,
them
bro.
saying they going to Vegas again until I seen that WrestleMania logo. That WrestleMania logo low-key got me hyped. It made me feel like it's gonna be like a part 2. Like, okay, part 1, yes, shitty. Let's retry this shit. We gonna give y'all what y'all want. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna say though is that 43 better be taking place on the in Detroit, where WrestleMania 3 took place.
I need
That-
it.
Yeah,
WrestleMania 3 was in Pontiac. WrestleMania 23 was in Detroit.
What?
Dallas Mavericks 9-time NBA All-Star Kyrie Irving is declining his $43 million player option and intends to sign decides to sign a 3-year, $119 million contract. I thought he was gonna decline it and go to a different team. I didn't read the full thing through. I was like, oh shit.
Oh shit!
Oh,
He
shit.
took less money.
No, he
He took
took
less
more
money?
money. He took more money.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh.
I remember seeing that Dallas wasn't interested in bringing him back.
Boy, you had me scared, nigga.
No, bro, because look how it was worded. It was like he's declining his $43 million player option.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to say, and he will test free agency.
Because I got a notification from Shams, bro. You know how Shams is.
Yeah.
Bro.
I think he's gonna retire, man.
He did
After
this
those
for
2 years.
How old is he now? Like 32?
32.
32,
Yeah,
but
he's gonna
he's
retire,
got a
man.
tore knee, a tore Achilles.
Yeah.
Catch up to somebody.
But yeah, anybody got any last minute comments before we get off the air here?
Yeah,
All right.
have us tomorrow, baby. Let's see how my
TKO is the reason for all of this. Triple H, I feel like booking wise, would have been willing to do everything we have asked for. But it's TKO that wants to push based on the numbers. They're doing everything based on numbers and analytics and what gets them the most money, which is obviously ruining the product. It's egregious. It's terrible. That's why when I heard WWE was on sale. I was praying to God they just kept it in the family. Shane, Stephanie, and Hunter all come up with the money to buy that shit and keep it within the family name. So that way they can book it their way and give the company that we truly wanted.
TKO is literally Mr. Krabs in WWE.
Can we at least keep the fireball ladder and the Slim Jim?
Fuck
table?
no!
Oh, can we please keep you
No.
backstage? I don't know why I brought you back up.
Keep
All
that
right.
motherfucker backstage.
Bro, I also like I said, I hate how they made them like it's made. They made WWE like a UFC 2.0,
Yep.
and it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
WWE should be different than a UFC. This is mixed martial arts, not pro wrestling. Come on now.
It
Like,
shouldn't be
y'all
mixed
gotta do
together.
better with this, bro. Y'all gotta do better with this. And I knew it because, bro, again, why are we in Vegas again? There's too many fucking cities that have not had WrestleMania. And you know, I'm gonna call them out. Atlanta has not had a WrestleMania since 2011. WrestleMania 27. We built a new stadium. We only have the Georgia Dome no more. We have the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, one of the best looking stadiums in the country. Over 60,000 people, close to probably over 70,000 people can fit in that stadium. Hell, I'll take a UK Mania. I'll take a Detroit Mania. But we keep going to these same freaking cities. We keep going to New York. We keep going to Vegas. We
New
keep going
Orleans.
to Florida. We keep going to Cali. We keep going to New Orleans. Stop doing that. It's too many freaking big cities in this state that have not been used for a Mania. Haven't been used. It's too many big fucking stadiums in this country to not be used. To not be used. But y'all
They
can
teased. I remember them teasing about going to London one time.
Bro, they got all these stadiums in the U.S., bro. They got Phoenix. They got Atlanta. They got Miami. Why can't they come to Miami again? Orlando again? Why can't they go, let's see, maybe San Antonio, Houston? Trying to think of Denver. They could freaking go to Denver. They could go to Denver. Something different. Like literally expand.
London. Like WrestleMania at the O2 Arena. Think about that.
WrestleMania in Puerto Rico.
Oh, if it was in England, it would probably be at Wembley. Hell, shoot, I'll take a French Mania. A French Mania would go crazy. French Mania would be crazy.
Very amazing.
WrestleMania in Japan if they ever want to do it.
I would love to.
It's dragging it, but
don't they have like tradition over there in Japan where they have to like be quiet or whatever?
Well, yes, they do, but it's not like well, like they know when to cheer and all that. You know?
Yeah,
it's always it's always electric. They're not gonna get the rest. What's it called? The oh my god, the Tokyo Dome. You know what I mean? If they get the Tokyo Dome, but that's not gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
All right, Lee, you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
All right, Supreme. Ain't no fucking way you just said...
It was just a suggestion.
Ain't no fucking way you just
suggested
WrestleMania take place in a venue that holds 16,000 people.
It was
done it before.
Ain't no way you suggested WrestleMania be held in a shopping center.
I'm not putting that next.
Japan or London?
I put it that next comment that that's just said, but I do agree with that. Low key, that is yep.
Oh wow!
Wait, let me see what she said. Hold on, let me look.
Look.
Excuses.
Hold on, I'm about to go to the thing.
Look, if WWE ever did Mania in the UK, it would clearly be in Murrayfield Stadium, Edinburgh.
I have no clue.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, you're
that is-
talking
See, this is why your
about
name's
this dude
Shush,
is
'cause
talking
you
about the
said that
O2.
Hell
was-
no.
I thought he was talking about
Oh.
Japan. He was talking about London.
Man, I wish Shush was on the stream, man, because I needed to hear some of his takes.
You
There's
know-
on
nothing
the
wrong with
WWE.
WrestleMania going to the
Bro.
O2.
Yo,
That's
Deontay.
why his name's Shush, because he really shouldn't be talking. He be saying some
Yo, Deontay, I want you to lose next week, and I want you to deliberately lose,
Oh,
just so I
there you
can
go.
face Shush.
I just heard it.
hell no.
Oh,
You know what
bro,
I'm saying, bro? You gotta
Isn't
go on
he-
the kill streak, bro. For your fallen brethren.
hey,
Yo,
I haven't even made
listen-
I haven't even made the July schedule yet, and we got July 1st next Tuesday. So July 1st next week, we are doing a mid-year review of everything in pro wrestling. We're gonna
No,
have like
can
a
we just
mid-year.
I have off Tuesday.
So,
I'll
bro,
be,
But
I will be here.
I'm gonna get him out of here.
Damn.
Yeah, get out of here. Now I'm kidding. Leave. But you gonna stay
I
back
won't be
there.
That's
there.
your rage baiter right there.
Nah, next week we're gonna do a mid-year review like we did last year. We're gonna do it again this year. So we're just gonna go over like wrestler of the year, matches of the year, the whole 9 yards. It's gonna be interesting.
Damn.
July, we got a lot in store. We got the semifinals, which I still gotta talk with the 4 contestants, plan out the day for that. And then yeah, we got that week where we're gonna be loaded up with wrestling. We got All In,
Mhm.
Evolution, Saturday night
Who's
main
PS Sports
event, NXT Great American Bash. We got a loaded weekend on the week of the 12th. But yeah, once again, any last comments before we get off here? Anything anybody want to say?
The NBA draft is tomorrow, baby. Who's ready?
Yes,
man,
sir.
hey,
Who's going to be
hey,
talking about their team
hey,
picking somebody that's not even close to
oh.
the first round? Me.
Another thing too, ladies and gentlemen, Saturday streams are coming back, and we're probably gonna be talking about basketball on here. So stay tuned.
I'll be
Stay
here.
tuned. Stay
Hey,
tuned. Stay
I
tuned.
gotta
Hey.
be here for the basketball talk.
Hey, my
bro.
Oh, we
Hawks,
definitely
man.
do.
Hey, my Hawks, we don't got 2 first-round picks no more because we traded this, the 22nd to for Porzingis. Not mad at it, but hey, I know what we're gonna
You know,
do at 13, man.
I will say this though, if he stays healthy, this could be a really good trade for the Hawks.
It
Yeah.
should.
Detroit
If he can play at least,
Oh,
Booker to the Pistons. I'm calling it right now.
If he
Booker's
can
gonna be
play
like, I'm
at
not playing with Jalen Green.
if he can
I'm
play
going
at
back home.
least 50 to 60 games, I
I
think this can be a top 6 seed. If he can be healthy for the playoffs, he can be a top 6 seed. It can be a top 6 seed. On top of that, we still have our 25 million TPE from DeJounte. I think Atlanta is going to try to get Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
Did you just see that tweet?
that would
Did
be
you,
a great role player.
did you just see that tweet? Because I have it right here. Yeah.
Wait, what is it? What is it?
The Hawks have gathered a 25.3 million trade exception from the recent moves, which could help them acquire Nikhil Alexander-Walker.
Exactly.
Perimeter defense.
They're making
what we
good
need.
moves.
Bro,
Meanwhile, my Bulls are doing jack shit. That's
everybody in the East. Exactly why Orlando made that move they did with Desmond Bain. The East is wide open. The East is wide open.
5 first rounders though for Desmond Bain, who has a shorter
Hey,
wingspan
but-
than his height.
Hey, bro. There was any time to pull that trigger to trade.
I know, but that's too. That's a lot.
Drew,
Hey, we need
Hey,
D-Book
I
to
think
come
the Bulls
on.
might make some moves.
Detroit,
I
you're
We
think
need
they might
D-Book
make
to
some
come
moves.
on.
All right, did you see
Detroit,
the
you're on the
odds for
clock.
today going into free agency?
I think,
that the Magic have the 3rd best odds of coming out to be in the finals now, at least.
I'm just saying this right now, Drew. The Bulls might actually be in the playoffs this year. They might be an 8th seed.
Hey.
I don't see the Celtics. I don't see the pace. Like, there's a bunch of teams that
We'll
are
see how the
digress.
Chicago should
Okay,
go
so-
big tomorrow.
So first,
I think your mic cut out.
God damn it!
Okay, I hear you now.
Oh, you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First priority, get Giddy his contract. That's priority number 1 on our book. Okay, and we can get him on a pretty cheap deal too. Number 2, figure out the Kobe White situation. Are we
Keep
gonna
him.
trade him? Are we going to keep him? I would love to keep him, but we have to think about the cons about Kobe White's game. He's a great volume shooter. He can get you 25 points over. He's done that last year. But that's almost all he can do if you think about it. He's not a great playmaker. He's not a bad defender, but you're gonna get the good with the bad with Kobe White. So you have to really decide, okay, is this guy going to be our future for the next 3 to 4 years. I don't know what the front office is thinking. I think Kobe White could be a 30-point scorer. I really believe that. He is a demon, man. There's times where he's just off and he's on a whole different level with everybody else. Can he
Y'all
be?
need to see what the fuck are y'all gonna do with Patrick Williams. Get
rid of him.
Send his ass to Cancun.
Put him on the Wizards. Put him on the Wizards. Put him on the Wizards.
Bro, I'll be real with you. It's like with the Zach LaVine situation. If we can somehow trade him away and just like get a second rounder, maybe 2 second rounders, maybe take on another bad contract for 1 more year, I'd be fucking happy as shit to get rid of Patrick Williams, dude. That contract when the pen hit the paper, that was a terrible contract. 5 years for $20 million for somebody that hasn't proved jack shit since coming into the league. Terrible idea. I don't know what the front office was thinking about that move.
I think Chicago goes wing or big tomorrow. Preferably, I think they should go big.
I saw that they're predicted so they're either going to go in this route. They're either going to go with that kid.
Who else getting rated right now, bro?
You're playing GTA?
Patrick Williams. Take his ass away. His ass
they definitely should go big, only because Vooch is on an expiring deal, and I know y'all not gonna bring him back.
No, we're not. Well, we tried to trade him away to Golden State last year, but the Warriors did not wanted to pull the trigger. We could have got a first rounder from him, for some reason there's within the last hour of the deadline, we were going to get that trade done, but the Warriors just backed out last minute. So the Warriors could have had Vucevic on the team.
They should have definitely did that because that showed in the playoffs. When Curry went down, they needed size. I mean, yeah. I'm just saying that they needed,
It would have been good for Golden State. It's just Vucevic is a terrible defender. He
is, dude.
He's only good for scoring. He's a double-double for rebounds and scoring, but
I agree with that. And I think it's just that's the unfortunate situation. He's
getting older. He's like 30.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not gonna lie to you. That Vucevic trade, we could have had Franz Wagner. That pick we gave up away was Franz Wagner, dude. And I'm not gonna lie to you. That trade kind of set us back up just a little bit. But I get that we were at that point where we were like, okay, we got to make the next move. We have DeRozan, we have Lonzo.
There's no way that's true.
You got Centel, dog. I saw the post.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's Centel. I saw it earlier. You got Centel, dog. But nah, for that. Speaking of KD, I don't even want to talk about.
Listen, I knew he wasn't going to go to Miami. Here's why: because Miami, they would have to give up a good portion of their future, and their future is already complicated as it is.
But
complicated is the understatement. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, you don't know if Hero or Bam are gonna be part of your team within the next 3 to 4 years.
It's crazy because the deal that was made for the Heat, they should have pulled that trigger. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Fuck you,
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Look,
it's like the video clip of the dope.
No disrespect to the people that have dementia, but I think Pat Riley has dementia right now. But
I mean, he is 80 years old, so he's
don't get me wrong. A 1-year rental for KD is bad, but look at it this way: really, Houston fleet. It's a win-win trade for Houston.
It's a great trade. I'm not gonna lie.
They got draft capital.
Second rounders, but what are the chances of those second rounds being hits?
Exactly.
Let's really think about it. It's a lot, but really think about this perspective. How many times are we going to see a second round really succeed? It's a very 1/3 of a chance you're going to get that second rounder right. Okay, yeah, exactly. And if they don't work out, guess what? You only got them 2 years, and guess what? They're gone, and you need to give up a lot of money just to keep them around the roster.
I think
Miami. It could be a trade piece too. So
I think Miami, if they don't get Giannis, they're going to be in the same position they were in last year.
And I will be a Golden State fan.
Probably even worse too.
I will be a Golden State fan.
And literally, I feel like they should have been trying to build around Tyler. The memo should have been to build around Tyler. Now, I think that's their plan now. And I don't know. I think Bam's going to be gone soon. And me and my brother-in-law were just talking about it not too long ago because he's a big Heat fan. he was talking about, and it came back in my head. We were talking about how we could see Bam going to the Lakers. I could see Bam going to LA.
And they had the grasp of Mark Williams, except his physical didn't come off clean. Like they could have had a Mark Williams on their team, and he's a very productive
going to LA.
Like
Bam
would be a better center than Mark Williams. And Bam stays healthy too. Very athletic. He can stretch the floor a little bit if he needs to. So like
Can
I
protect
think
the rim. He's a all defensive. He's a all defensive team.
Should have been defensive player of the year one of the years.
A little bit. He can be a live threat for Luka.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you need.
That's gonna be a scary team if they figure that out. Like if they get that one big man, and that's why like last year, like during the postseason, where I was like, I don't think this team's gonna go far because they're missing that big center, and that definitely showed against the Timberwolves. If they can get that center, I think we can legitimately talk about them actually going far in the playoffs.
Like Bam is undersized for a center, but he can still produce. Like that man is multi-dimensional. He could score.
Yeah.
Well, scoring is kind of digressed a little bit, but he could get back up there. He could defend. He could rebound.
Especially in a reduced role on the Lakers, his buckets will be plentiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
And he's been getting
He'll
better
get
at
like
shooting the free ball.
16 points per game.
they desperately need a center. Like that's not even a question. It's a must for either this offseason or the trade deadline of this upcoming season.
This offseason is about to get more crazy.
Oh yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah,
the GM
second
saying,
apron.
Yeah, GM saying the second apron might put them in a position that may have to do some shit like that.
Exactly. What brought it up in Discord. That's why, and we talking about the Celtics. The Celtics are in the situation they're in now because of the whole second apron shit.
Yeah, that's why they got rid of Drew. That's why they got rid of Porzingis. They finally understand.
I've seen that. I'm kind of wondering what a Nikola Jokic trade would look like. I mean, that's got to be a pretty massive. I'm thinking it's going to be as big as like the KG haul. Remember that back in? Yeah, that would have to be as big.
I ain't gonna lie.
Because he's
the way the second apron looking, bro.
Jamal,
that shit might be way worse than the fucking Luka trade.
Yeah,
dead ass. The way the second apron doing niggas how it's looking like that trade might be worse than the Luka trade.
Boston isn't done. I think Sam Hauser is going to be next. They're going to try to trade for Sam Hauser.
You know what though? Celtics are making the right. They're making the right moves because they're like, okay, well, we have to shake shit up in order to stay competitive because
they've gotten worse.
We have Jaylen Brown, we have Jason Tatum. They're our core. We got to make sure
way worse.
Yeah,
I feel the Celtics are going to be not good next year because they traded a lot. They traded their main.
They're preparing for the next phase of their franchise. They're preparing.
Yeah, they're. I think they're moving.
They know their window.
This is a break year because Jason Tatum gonna be gone.
Yeah,
this just gonna be a break year.
Jaylen
Get them
Brown
under
too.
the second apron, build some more fucking money,
Jaylen
and then
Brown
make the right moves next year to compete again.
Jaylen Brown had meniscus surgery too, so I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be Derek White and Anthony Simons just lighting it up. That's what it's gonna be.
And that's why I was telling Tay in the Discord, you better be happy while you can because OKC gonna have to start paying, bro.
OKC is gonna be around for a little.
J-Dub's gonna have to get a contract.
I feel like OKC is gonna have
to get a contract.
I feel like SGA, Jalen Williams, and Chet is safe. They will do their best to just retool with all the role players they got.
Caruso, Dort.
Their GM is.
They'll make sure to play guys.
Hartenstein, like all
everybody else is expendable.
Everybody gonna have to get paid.
Because they got them draft picks too, so they could flip those draft picks, help them out.
Yeah,
bro. Like I said,
Sam Presti is one hell of a dude when it comes to finding talent. He just knows how to find talent, so he can easily go, okay, we can get rid of Caruso, even though he is a vital part of their championship run. Hartenstein, they can easily replace him. Sam Presti knows how to find the talent, dude. He knows how to find the depth. He knows how to get those talents in the later part of in the first round, second round, doesn't matter. He knows how to get those. That's how he got Jalen Williams, dude. He reached for him. Jalen Williams was considered as a reach, but he's like, you know what? I know this dude's gonna be talented. He's gonna fit to our core. And look how that turned out. Jalen Williams is considered as a top 2 pick from that draft class alone. Some people even consider him as the number 1. I don't agree with that. Paulo, I think he's the best player still, in my opinion. But Jalen Williams is either the number 2 or the number 3 guy. I think he's the number 2.
Bro, I almost got sent to here. I'm scrolling through Twitter. It says breaking the Hornets are trading LaMelo Ball to the Clippers. I'm like, oh my
Bro, what?
You
Yeah.
can't
That
throw
would've been
shades on that
crazy.
website, bro.
LaMelo,
I think,
nah.
bro. Like I said, I think Boston's going to get way worse because their defense is going to drop tremendously.
They just
Their
lost 2 of their best
defense is
defenders, bro. That's what kept
tremendously.
the team afloat. All
Bro,
they got is Derek White.
First of all, you trade for a player, and don't get me wrong, Drew Holiday's contract was big as fuck. And
you know what? That's why the trade makes sense though, because they free up cap space, and then the year after that they can go, okay, what can we do for another trade or like a signee that can help up our depth?
And I say this,
Brown and him come back in 2026.
I think Portland's going to keep Drew because I think the Trailblazers are going to try to contend for the playoffs next year, and I think he's going to be a big piece if they.
But you know what though, Anthony Simons, like he's low key underrated. I don't think people really realize how good Anthony can be for the Celtics. For the
time. But he's not a good defender. He's
not. It's
very
true.
My thing is,
but he's still young though. He's only like 25, 26 years old. He can still like ramp up the game a little bit.
And I think that's why they dumped a lot of more salary, because if they want to give him an extension, they can, but he's on an expiring deal. And I feel like he's not. I highly.
The question is, has he hit his peak as an NBA player? That's kind of like the main thing with Anthony Simons. Like I feel like he could still like ramp it up a little bit. Like it's kind of like with Kobe White for me, right? Like I'm like, okay, has this dude peak? But then like year 5, year 6 kicks in. I'm like, oh shit, he's actually like really good as a scorer. So I think maybe like for Anthony, him just being part of a new situation, going like greener pastures, you know, like going from Portland to Boston where they have more of a culture, they have more of a like a foundation. I think that will help him a lot.
And he'll be for a little short period of time, he'll probably be like a second, third option because, like I said, Tatum's going to be out, obviously. Brown, I don't know the status of his meniscus surgery because he had meniscus surgery as soon as the Knicks playoff series ended. So,
well, good on him to get the surgery as soon as he can because those meniscus injuries it's kind of hard to say. It can either be like
hit or miss.
4 to 5 months. It could be a year. So we'll have to see how it goes. But I think for the Celtics, a smart thing to do is just give him as much time as you can because obviously the next upcoming year is not going to be anything special. Just kind of like, all right, let's get everybody healthy for 2026, 2027.
Yeah, I think honestly, if we're looking at it, Celtics might be like a 7th, 8th seed, maybe like 9th.
What's crazy? This was a down year for Anthony Simons. He was literally averaging 20 plus the past 2 years. He only averaged 19, but he's been a consistent under 45 field goal percentage person and close to that 40% mark at 3, which isn't bad.
Let me pull up his basketball reference. Yeah, keep talking. Yeah,
but when you're shooting under 45% from the field, that's not good. But yes, I think it's going to fit better for him because he's in a better offense. That Joe Mazzulla offense / Brad Stevens offense is going to be good for Anthony, and he's probably going to play a little smaller role. But I just don't think they're going to give him an extension, and I think it's just going to be like a 1 year prove it deal.
And the thing about him is that his usage rate has gone up. Like it's been going up and up for quite a bit, but now this year his usage rate went from a 20% to a 24%, and he's been shooting worse too. So I don't know if it's got to be like, okay, maybe he just needs to not have too much responsibility with the ball in his hands and then just become more of an off-ball shooter. We'll see how that goes because in my opinion, I don't think Anthony is really he's more of a guy that needs the ball in his hand than he is an off-ball shooter. we'll see. I mean, like he's going to a system where Missoula is going to probably utilize him with his strengths, and that's how Missoula is, man.
He's like a Jordan Poole, DeJounte Murray type player, like
right.
But
So
he's not-
I think that's what he's going to try to trench into. I think, yes.
He's not a playmaker for
no,
real.
he's not. He's more of like a shooter,
like a Klay Thompson type
He's
of
a
deal.
shot,
Without the defense.
he's a shot creator, but he
I wouldn't say
doesn't
I wouldn't say
play.
Klay Thompson. More like I'll say this: if Anthony can reach his potential, he could be like what Kobe White is right now.
Yeah. But yeah, gonna end it off here. Good talks, but we're definitely gonna
talks.
this is a little preview, everybody. So everybody watching right now, this is the Tuesday is the wrestling pod. Saturday we might be bringing the basketball pod. Stay tuned. It's in the works. But as per usual, I thank everybody for showing up and showing out. Till next Tuesday, media review for wrestling. TJ, you know what to do. You too, DZ.
Oh yeah, DZ muted and things of that nature. But it's okay because it's Antstroworld, pussy. Yeah.